in the other spectrum, the other end of the spectrum, the light. So in between that, you have the various colors. Is that how it works? Possibly. See? Or just in the darkest period altogether, it's just that's just the way it is. Okay, so the pressure of that makes us who we are. And I love that, just to recognize and to realize that on the double elimination tournament, we get color from being in the atmosphere, that pressure, and then we get even more color from the sun, from the radiation from the sun. So to be able to change like a chameleon, like a gecko, to come up on any surface is automatically, just like in Dr. Saber said, curing AIDS is simple to me, and it should be to you. You see? And he said that in a very comical way. Because look at how we can birth things, change things. We have a multiplicity of change we can go through. We can use that coming out of the darkness or to receive our call, and to be under the sun's energy, radioactive radiation, to receive even more in a different way. And see, that is just like your life. You can just rip your life apart, just fuck your life all up all you want to. And just throw that one away and get another one. Just like a peel off orange, just peel off and just grow another skin from what? The sun, the energy of the sun. Just like I said about white folks. We've been saying that they skin cancer because they're white skin. No, we have taught ourselves, we give them colloidal silver so they can darken up like the Blue Man did on Oprah. Y'all check the Blue Man out. He said his skin only become darker when he start ingesting it, putting that colloidal silver. And where the silver comes from, the earth, natural element, okay? Right? So we give them something that earlier people, we thought that, maybe they were getting burned from the sun, from where they were. But now, the earth material can give them a healing aspect, because his skin, he had a really bad skin problem. And so putting the colloidal silver on it healed his skin problem and gave him a higher libido, higher sex drive. And his wife said, yeah, that's the part I like. So you see what comes from those different multiplicity energies, to be able to change your color from the human scale, the brain function of knowing and witnessing nature, what nature does in the highest cosmic me. We can heal the planet by using our higher level cells, this brain function at the highest level, to reach the mineral earth and to use that mineral, which gives us the vibratory rates, the plant-based diet of green plants, the oxygen that we exchange with the oxygen and what's the carbon dioxide and oxygen we exchange. Am I telling that right? So if that exchange is there and the color is there, look at what can happen. You see, look at how deep and melodic that is. Not melancholy and sad about how these Europeans and white folks have been acting in this present post acting. We know what his problem. We know this dude is doped up every day. You have to be on drugs to come out looking and acting that way in such a position, as much influence that you have to come out and behave. You have to be okay. So let me get off that, but. Yeah, the creation process gives us that from the earth, from the mineral. We change. So when you can I gotta get on that. Throw your life away and get another one, because people do it all the time. Fuck their life up and change and boom, get another one. Just come up and just be super fantastic all over again. You can do that instead of saying, "Oh, I'm a drug addict or I'm an alcoholic." After you haven't had a drink in 10 years, but you're still an alcoholic. No, you're not. You're cleansed. You're a new person. You've been changed. Your colors have changed. Your pressure has changed. Everything, the authentic swing has swung in your direction. So no, you're not that again. What goes around comes around. Yes. So when that is changed, that's what is always happening. We say change always happens. So how can you go back and say, "Oh, I'm a dope fiend" or something when you've changed? Because life, only thing constant in life is change. We say, right? So that language that we use stops people from ordering up who they are, what they are, and what they're supposed to be at all times. And that is change, and that's the beauty of the birth, right? Again, in an esoteric sense, you can rebirth yourself, resurface yourself, because that's what the universe always does anyway. Just as we see the stars out in the sky, and those stars, they say, are millions of years. The light that's millions of years ago. So, what do you see? Then you look down at yourself, and you are right now, today. So that change from the pressure and then from the sun, now that we see these white folks, you don't have to get skin cancer, all that, because you can put some colloidal silver in your body, on your skin. What's that? I can forget the skin disease, whatever, not skin, it could be skin cancer. Because cancer is basically just mucus, hardened mucus, calcium carbonate. That's all cancer is, right? Calcium carbonate is hardened, and it's trying to get out of the skin. So by trying to get out, it's breaking down the surface from the inside and making the skin thinner by the mucosal breaking down of the skin. So it's thinner and thinner and thinner. And then boom, yeah, you'll have cancer because it's taking over, basically. But you don't have to do that, because I have shared the knowledge of the healing from the Most High, and right here on Earth, the minerals that we have, that ingest, that we're made of, just as water travels faster over the rocks, the mineral rocks. So when you have lots of minerals in your body, the water you have goes faster, brain function, circulation faster, and it's already spinning in your head anyway, cerebral cortex, pineal gland. So it's the simple way to look at highly complex things give us the opening of the way, the doorway to the next realm. Yes, and that's the beauty of life. That's what we have been given, and that is what is a precious gift under the pressure. So when storms do come, I'm out there, I'm using that energy for that day and wanting to know what is it for this day, what is the character that I'm having to make a complete person out from, not just from the outside, but complete person from that, because there's no sun at the time shining through, yet sun rays do come through the clouds and all that. It's only dark clouds that happen. So let's learn to change how we think about things, how we see life. Then we can be much more comfortable with ourselves, much more patient with ourselves, and we can look to learn more. You see, just listening to the same thing, oh, it's thunderclouds, it means nothing. So, no, it means the communication, the creation process. You say God is communicating with you, not just because you're reading the Word of God and you get the Bible. No, you're asking for things when the storm comes as well. Is that not a very powerful thing? More powerful than reading the Word of God, because you read the Word of God, you ain't scared at that time. But when the storm comes through, God's like, oh my God, what are you doing? Why? You see? So when you can communicate with that and be calm, and also to calm that storm, that it passes over, causes no harm, They look at the dominion over the things that you are given, you see. You're not dominating the earthly realm, but you're having an effect on it based on the mineralization in your body in a minute way and on a larger scale. Because rain has individual drops, and those individual drops are just as powerful as the whole thundercloud situation going on. So just as we are human beings are just as powerful as the atmosphere and the life-giving source that we are, because we can give life, we can create life through recognizing how we got here. And we are light beings from the pressure. Yes, we are. And from the water, sonoluminescence. Vibrating water brings the light. Go look at sonoluminescence again. I had the video, but had it on there. On the Shungite Black Rock. You see how beautiful that is? And I posted that maybe last year, 2 years ago as well. I just reposted it because the Russian thing is going on right now. So again, you see how beautiful the creation process gives us things over and over again. But it's a situation that's changed. See, I was just having to relate it to just the rock and the mineralization from the rock and the diamonds and the people who are diamonds persons who have people working diamond mines for little money. And now we can roll it over into this situation, you see. So we're adding on to that and making it even more powerful. So you all can really be a part of something, and we can really share this. It's just like I wrote how the worm eats the soil and shits out dirt. It's called earthworm castings. It's very good fertilizer for anything. Little rolls, you ever see little dirt rolls, little roll balls. How the dung beetle takes manure and rolls it into a perfect circle as well, and uses it to lay its eggs in for its children to be born out of that. Isn't that incredible? And that's what the creation process did. The Creator did that. So things are given to us to use at the perfect time. So this timing of this situation, I love it, because now we can really see what's going on with this thing with Russia. And I posted on the page how those Russians in Russia, those poor Russians, they say they were Russian Jews now in Russia. I posted that video. Y'all saw they were begging for money, saying they're starving. They're, how like they do the Ethiopian people in Africa. Well, they have people in Russia, they're Jewish people over there right now, starving. You wonder why? Possibly because they're descendants from those dark-skinned Russians, or just the Zionists, how they think if you're not living in Israel, then you ain't no real Jew, because they have problems with Jews in Israel and Jews in America. They have, their problems. But yeah, you see that? And they got so much money. How did you let those people starve? And you have so few people in Israel. But those people in Russia, you got those your ancestors starving in Russia. We saw the commercial. Look at that commercial I showed you. It's on TV. It's always on TV. And if they're playing games saying these people are starving and really are not, then that's on them. But we can use that example though. Say, oh, why are these people starving over in Russia? They're Jewish people. But right now, the Russian was supposed to have something to do with our election. Roll that up together. Dung beetle, the ma'at, the scale of justice, the truth will set you free, will make you free. You see, so all right, I got into the political game. I said I wasn't going to do that. Let me leave it at that. Peace.